Welcome everyone to my review for Star Wars The Last Jedi now. I saw it twice on opening weekend and I've decided, I've given it a week to sink in, and I've decided I'm finally ready to do a review. So yeah, in this I'm going to talk about my overall opinion of the movie, what I like, what I didn't like, things like that. And yeah, and at the end I'll give it a score out of 10. So anyway, on with the review. So while we're talking about what I really liked, Crate, the Battle of Crate as a whole, I loved the Battle of Crate. Both times I saw it, I loved it. I was eagerly awaiting that scene. Both times I saw it, it blew my mind. That part was so good. If I had one thing I could say I didn't really like about it is that the ground troops didn't do very much. You know, they shot out some TIE fighters. That was about it. You know, it's like, you get that whole scene of them all gathering up in the trenches, and you're like, oh boy, are they gonna do something? Like they did on the Battle of Hoth? And no, they just kind of got shot up by some TIE fighters and they ran away. It's pretty much all they did. It was mostly the speeders, which are awesome. But yeah, I kind of wish the ground troops had something more to do. But yeah, I loved the Battle of Crate. Best part of the movie for me. Like, when they're all shooting at Luke Skywalker, every single one of the walkers, and they go on like that for like 30 seconds, and then Hux just goes to Kylo Ren. Do you think you got him? And then Luke just walks out and just brushes off his shoulder. I loved it. The humor I really liked as a whole. When Luke Skywalker first gets the lightsaber from Rey, he just chucked it behind him. And the Porgs, I loved the Porgs. They were one of the best things of the movie for me. Those guys are amazing, and I hope that one who was with them at the end of this episode I hope he's in episode 9, because they're just hilarious. They're great. They're adorable. They're funny. And yeah, the part where I believe the ship's called the Raddus. It's the Resistance the big freighter. When it light speeded into Snoke's Star Destroyer, I was like, yes! I've always wanted to see something like that in Star Wars, where someone just light speeds into a Star Destroyer or a big ship like that. I've always wanted to see that, and they did it. And it was just dead silent, and then bang! You got a really loud explosion. It was so well done. I loved it. Yeah, it was so good. It was, oh my goodness. Alright, now let's talk about some of the things I didn't really care for. One, Canto Bight. While I really liked the horse part where they were chased through the city, that part was really good. And I liked the idea of the planet as a whole, but I don't know, it's just something that fully click with me about Canto Bight. I don't know. Something about it just, yeah, it just didn't click with me. I did like the idea, and I thought the horse chase was great. But yeah, and the part where BB-8 just takes out 3 prison guards, that was pretty good. Also, when BB-8 drives a walker, that was also so good. But anyway, yeah, also Luke Skywalker. Now, yeah, Mark Hamill did an amazing job in this movie, and I liked that they brought Luke Skywalker back. It's just, he acted so out of character, in my opinion. Like, I liked him, and I like what he did, and what he, you know, the reveal that he thought about killing Ben Solo in his sleep. That was really good. But yeah, the whole... But I thought a lot of times he acted way out of character, and I don't know. But there were a lot of parts I liked about what they did with him in the movie, but there were also some things I just didn't really care for. But, you know, like, I even heard Mark Hamill didn't agree with anything they did about Luke Skywalker, and that's definitely saying something. Let's see here. Also, I had been looking forward to the part where Kylo Ren and the Knights of Ren were supposed to arrive at the island, and that never happened. I guess they changed that or something. But yeah, let's see. But yeah, when he was on Crate and it was revealed he was just a vision, that was so good. And the way he became one with the Force at the end, where he was looking out at a twin sunset again, that was so well done. And I'm happy he became one with the Force on his own terms, which he went peacefully. Throughout the whole movie, he's dealing with this turmoil, which was really enjoyable. And while I'm on the subject of the Force link between Rey and Kylo Ren, I also really liked, and when it was Snoke who actually did it, that was really good. And I loved the way they killed off Snoke too, where he's like, now he strikes down his true enemy, and then Kylo Ren just cuts him in half with Luke's lightsaber. And then you got the awesome fight with the guards in Snoke's throne room. Yeah. Something else I feel is definitely worth mentioning is, throughout the whole movie, the Resistance survivors are being chased down by Snoke's Star Destroyer, which was ginormous, by the way, and a couple other smaller Star Destroyers. And when you say Star Destroyers are small compared to another one, that's definitely gives you an idea. Anyway, they're being chased through the whole thing, and they're going. We learn later that they're going to Crate, but it's like I can't remember what's her name who becomes in charge. But yeah, it's like she's constantly telling Poe, "Don't interfere, just don't bother what I'm doing," and he like ends up leading a mutiny against them. And it's like, why didn't you just tell him you guys were going to Crate? You know, and then you were gonna send an SOS to your allies. Yeah, I feel like that would have saved everyone a lot of issues. But yeah, you know, I guess it just doesn't matter. It's great, but I kind of feel like that was just to extend the runtime of the movie. Like, you could have saved everyone so much hassle if you had just told him you were going to Crate. You wouldn't have had to deal with a mutiny. Yeah. Let's see, what else? I thought like I mentioned before, the force connection between Kylo Ren and Rey was awesome. And every time they had a conversation, I was always like leaning forward on the edge of my seat, like, "Ooh, what's gonna happen?" And like when Kylo Ren got the water on his glove, and then when they actually touched hands and they saw false visions of each other's future, yeah. And then you also have that kid at the very end who could use the force. The thing about this one is, though, it leaves the move. Okay, there's hardly a resistance anymore. Everyone can fit into the Millennium Falcon. So there's hardly anybody left. You know, they say they're going to build. I feel like there's going to be a big time skip in Episode 9. Yeah, but yeah, overall, I really loved the movie, and it was definitely worth the 2-year wait. And out of a 10, I give it a 9. An 8.5 or a 9, one of the two. And in my opinion, I think it was the best Star Wars ever made. And that's saying something. I really do think that it was the best Star Wars that they've ever made. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Tell me what you thought of the movie in the comments. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What'd you like? What you didn't like? And if it's your favorite, if it's not your favorite, you know, or if it's high up there, just tell me what you thought of the movie as a whole. Just in a comment or something down below. So anyway, yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.